Yowza. Ooh, that got squirrely. Ooh, oh, we got deer. It's in there somewhere. You were just out here getting it done again, aren't you? Ooh, chipmunk. Whoa. That was close. Oh, man. This right hand took a beating. I just ripped my pedal off. It is time for another big review. Now, this bad boy is from Goat Power Bikes. It's called the Power Goat version 3. And as you can see, I have this big battery right down here. This thing has 70 amp hours. We're going to see if we can make it all the way to my cabin in New Buffalo, Michigan. And yeah, we're also going to not pedal this thing. We're going to do the sand test. We're going to do the hill climb. And I have a ton of weight on the back of this bike. I'm really wondering if it's going to make it, but we're going to be tracking it the entire time, and you're going to be with me. So let's get into it. As you guys can see, I have a ton of stuff here on the back. The nice thing about this, you can add a rear rack to this, which I did. And then you have this back bar, or which we used to call a sissy bar. And I used this Gavton pannier bag, strapped it to the back of this back bar here, and I'm using it to provide me with some lumbar support during the ride. I had purchased this bike a few months ago, and we ended up having a controller issue, ended up switching out some things, got the harness replaced, got the controller replaced, and now we are good to go, which gave me a chance to check out the customer support from Goat. And I tell you what, they were on it. I sent them a video what the issue was. They sent me back real quick the parts needed to fix it. Well, now it gets a full review. If you buy the Power Goat, it does not come with this big battery right here. It comes with like a 25 amp hour battery, I believe. But this bike is 60 volts, so you could go a pretty good distance with that as well. I went ahead and purchased the additional full frame battery right here, which is 60 volts, 70 amp hours, and it's just a massive, massive beast of a battery. But it is also extremely heavy. When you consider the battery weight, my 225 pounds, and I have way more than 13 pounds here on the back, I'm gonna guess like 50 or 60, then this bike is really gonna be pushing it because it's got some serious weight on it. I've been wanting to get a Goat bike for quite a while. I've been seeing them, my YouTube buddies have them, right? And I wanted a bike that I wouldn't have to worry about how far it would go. Plus, I wanted one with this extended seat on it so that if I wanted to throw my wife on the back and take her for a ride, I could. When you get your Power Goat, it's gonna come to you as a Class 2 e-bike, which means you can go up to 20 miles an hour via this full twist throttle that I have right here, your 5 levels of pedal assist, and your cadence sensor down below. This bike can definitely be unlocked beyond Class 3 speeds. That's what we have it set up for right now. Let's face it, this bike is not one that you're going to pedal much. This is more of a moped style e-bike. I mean, this thing should go 40 miles an hour, I believe. I don't know, but right now the maximum payload on this bike is 450 pounds. You can get it for $26.99, and it comes with a 1-year warranty. The trip to the cabin should be about 83 to 85 miles. But I've taken this bike out. This bike is not new to me. I just haven't done a review on it yet. And we've gone, well, way farther than that. But I've never actually taken the battery down to like very low or down to 0. So I'm not really sure if we're gonna make it. Let's go ahead and take this bike off-road. Now, it does have a dual crown front fork. And as you can see, it's working pretty decent. I mean, we have so much weight on this bike right now, guys, that I'm just like, this suspension is really going to be hurting. I'm not even going very fast through here because it's just not one of those bikes that you want to take off road, I feel like. But the rear springs are by Fast Ace. They have 150 pounds apiece. So when you take those, we have one on each side. So that just means you have 300 pounds of total tensile strength from the springs. You can adjust the rebound on them for fast and slow. And then on the front forks, you can adjust the compression. We are going to test out the walk feature. We have it in pedal assist number 3. I'm going to hit the minus button. Yes. And even though we have all this weight on the bike, it has no problems at all getting us up this hill. Super nice. Cruising at 3 miles an hour on the way up. Before we drive this thing through the sand, I want to talk about the motor on this bike. Now, it is a direct drive. It's 60 volts. It's got 2,000 watts of power with a peak of 3,000 watts of power and 170 Newton meters of torque. This is the sand that we have to go through. But guys, I have so much weight on this bike. I mean, with this battery right here, it is extremely heavy. And I don't even know if it's going to make it through. So let's find out. All right, guys, we have it in pedal assist number 5. I'm trying to help pedal. Oh, the tires are filled up to 30 PSI. Oh, it's not liking it. It's not liking it. This sand is super thick. We are super heavy. I mean, it's pushing through. It really is. I just can't keep my balance enough to pedal it because of the way the sand is. But you can see the rear motor pushing us through. I'm not sure how long it's going to like to do that. But we're going to try to make it to the other side. Let's go. I'm really surprised with the amount of weight. Just everything feels heavy. It does. But we're making it. Let's see if I can pedal at the end part here. Can I pedal? Can I pedal? Oh, it's hard to pedal. Hard to pedal. And then I just looked. I have it in gear 7, so that was a fail on my part. Oh, the motor did not like that at all. But we made it. We made it. Whew, it was not happy. Before we get too far, let's just take a look at this bad boy. Pow. The reason I think that I can make it is because I purchased this frame battery. This frame battery right here is $1,900 on top of the cost of the bike. It is a 60 volt. It has those 17S cells. It has a 60 amp hour battery, and it can be charged up to 71.4. So we have 3,600 watt hours of power. And because of that, I think I should be able to make it. We are downtown Chicago. This is the Chicago skyline. That is Lake Michigan. This is the only view that you guys are going to see. Well, this is the only time you're going to see this view of Chicago during this review. I took off my hoodie, but I think I'm going to have to put another lighter jacket on. Well, we know the horn works. We are here at the Hill of Doom. It is a 31% grade. Oh, let's put this thing in pedal assist number 5 and see if it's going to have the power to make it up. I know we are just so heavy. Oh, I better start shifting down in gears too if it's going to make it. Throttle's not going to make it. Can we pedal it enough to make it though? And we can. Okay, good. We did make it through the Hill of Doom. Whew, I wasn't sure about that for a second with all the weight that we had on here. Nice. This bike is equipped with cruise control. You have to turn it on in the features. And of course, for this trip, we have it turned on. And all you have to do is just get at a speed that you want to be at and then hold down the minus button until you see your cruise indicator pop on. And then at that point, right there is our throttle, and we don't need it at all. We're just cruising along at 26 miles an hour. Even though we have 5 different levels of pedal assist, I'll probably be spending most of my time in pedal assist number 3. This bike did not like doing the sand test and the hill test because it has dropped down to 96% and we still have a ways to go. Because I have these tires filled all the way up to 30 PSI, this bike coasts really well. So I end up just giving it some gas for a little bit and then, give it gas. It's an electric bike, but whatever. So I give it some power for a little bit and then I just kind of let off and let the bike coast. When it comes to the brakes, normally I'm used to this being the rear brake, but this is more like a motorcycle setup. So my rear brake is on the left-hand side and my front brake is on the right. Let's talk about the display versus the speedometer. As you can see down here, I have the GPS. It's showing that we're at 24 miles an hour. And then the display is showing that we're at 24 miles an hour also. So at least whenever we're doing these speed testings, the speeds that I talk about will be correct. This is going to be our last view of Chicago. We're here at the end of the Lakeshore Trail. We're off the trail and we're in the street. And right now I have it in pedal assist number 3. Speed limit is 30 miles an hour here, and this bike does 28 miles an hour in pedal assist number 3. Now is a good time to figure out what our different pedal assist levels are. So we're in pedal assist number 1. We're going to see what these speeds are. At pedal assist number 1. Now, I do have it set up for 5 different pedal assist levels. I'm going to show you in Cockpit operations that you can set it up for different ones. But right now I have it set up for 5. Right now we're moving at 6 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and put it into number 2 and kick back a little. Okay. Pedal assist number 2 will have you cruising at 17 miles an hour. Let's go for 3. We are heading into the wind. That's 28 miles an hour. Let's go for 4. We are keeping up with this car beside us. Number 4 has us at 37 miles an hour. Let's see what number 5 does. We're at 40, 41, 43, 44, 45, well, 46. Holy crap. So it looks like we're going to be holding at 45. Yowza. Oh, this goat can run. So far, this ride's been pretty nice, right? I do have everything like pumped up, all the compression and all of that due to all of the weight. But overall, we're just cruising down the road. It feels pretty good. We're going to go ahead and kick it down into pedal assist number 3 and cruise at our normal 28 miles an hour since the speed limit is 30 here. Oh, I do not like riding over these bridges with these grates. Oh, I never liked it with motorcycles. I don't like it with these. If you get the big battery that I have on this, it comes with a 14 amp charger. That's the biggest charger I have. This is where I like having more power, being riding around on city streets. We just kicked it up to pedal assist number 4. Try to stay away from traffic till I get back onto a bike lane. There we go. Nice. We've just made it to the state line trailhead, which is good. I like being on a bike trail more than I do out in the streets. We're gonna go ahead and do the brake test. Now, before we do that, I wanna tell you a little bit about the brakes. They are 4-piston hydraulic brakes. They have super thick 203 millimeter rotors. So let's see how this bad boy stops. We're gonna do a couple of different brake tests. Since it does come as a class 2, we're gonna do it at 20 miles an hour to see how quick this bike brakes. And then we'll do it again at 30 and then again at top speed. Oh, this bike stops super fast. Ooh. That is 10 feet and we were doing 20 miles an hour. Ooh, I think I'm gonna like this. All right, let's go ahead and give that 30 mile an hour a try. All right, here we go. I figure most of us would be riding into that 28, that class 3 level. So let's go ahead and get it up to that speed and we'll hit the brakes. Oh man, I like these tires. That felt great. Although we passed the 25-foot tape, everything felt like it was in control. Oh, I smell the burning rubber. I smell it. Oh, I see it over here too. Okay, let's get her marked. We'll figure out our distance here. So 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31 feet. The bike stopped in 31 feet doing 30 miles an hour. That is good. But we have one more. Top speed. Holy cow. We have it into pedal assist number 5. I doubt that I do this at 46 miles an hour, but I'll do it in the 40s somewhere. We'll find out. I don't want to do it top speed. Oh, I had to let off of it. Ooh, that got squirrely. We were like 40 miles an hour. I think we just hit 40, like right when I slammed on the brakes. Holy cow. It felt like I was going to lose control a little bit, but I was able to bring it back. And look at this. We're just a little bit over 50 feet. Let me see. We'll put this rock right here. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Okay, so when it comes to the braking with this, these tires are really, really good there. It doesn't look happy. Those tires don't, but they did an excellent job of stopping. I've been on other bikes before where I've hit the brakes going that fast, and it would stop like 75 feet. And this did it, and what did I say, 59? What was it? I don't know, I just said it. So that was the distance. I don't know, it's good brakes. I hear people talk about like the GOAT brakes and upgrading them. Maybe it's a different model than this one. But yeah, I'm totally fine with the brakes that are on this bike. You should be too. Having this bike perform the way that it did during the brake test really gives me a lot of confidence when it comes to these slower speeds. Now, of course, you're going to have the the higher speed stopping, which still, it stopped a lot faster than most bikes that I have reviewed. And this thing is super heavy. Oop, oh, we got deer. We got deer. There you go. Well, try to get you guys a cool shot of this bridge. My drone hit the tree, dropped into the water. I don't know how to have access to get to it. That sucks. It's in there somewhere. Luckily, I travel with 2 drones. Well, maybe someday somebody will find it. Not only do I purchase some of the bikes I review, but I purchase multiple things of equipment. So many drones. I did have the phone plugged into the display. I wanted to see if it was going to actually charge up the phone, and it does not. So I just went ahead and unplugged it because it's not doing any good. As a matter of fact, I felt like it was taking power from my phone. So we didn't want to do that. The tires on this bike, I think the reason they stop so well is they're the Nova. They're 20 by 4 inch, and they have a great street pattern on them. I mean, they really do. They're puncture resistant. They're nice. They're not ones that you're going to want to take off-road a whole lot. They're really made for the street. This bike is just a cruiser, a street cruiser for sure. All right, let's see what it says. This takes you to South Shore train station. We're heading to the Hammond trails, or we can head downtown Hammond, and I'm just going to stay on the trails. We're not hanging out in downtown Hammond. I'm very fortunate that there are these kind of trails that can take me from Chicago all the way to New Buffalo. Now, I know I'm going to run into a rough part on the Calumet Trail, but I'm wearing pants today because I know that stuff's going to whip my legs. I might actually make it through this review without bleeding. Seems like every time I do a long distance review, I end up getting cut or scratched or something. Now, we have it in pedal assist number 3. We're starting to go up an incline right here. I'm trying to see if it slows down much at all. And no, like we were holding 25 miles an hour when we hit this incline. It's probably at 10%. There's not much to it. And yeah, we're holding the speed all the way through. This bike has plenty of power. And even though this bike is heavy, you can maneuver it pretty well. It's just harder to do at a slower speed because that's when you really feel the weight. Once you hit pedal assist number 2, you don't feel the weight of the bike. If you keep it in pedal assist number 1, it's going to feel heavy on you for sure. One of the things that's going to hurt this battery is we've been heading into the wind for 35 miles and we're still heading into the wind. And then we're going up hills like this and going over bridges and stuff. But it's the headwind that has been happening the entire time. Yeah, you get a lot of nice bike trails like this in between Chicago and New Buffalo. So nice. We are at 40 miles and it just dropped down to 59% battery strength. That is awesome. So we've made it halfway and we just dropped down below 60%, although we're just sitting here and we're back up to 62. So that it's helping me feel more confident. We're at 41 miles right here. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the cockpit and cockpit operations. On your left-hand side, you have this hard rubber grip. It doesn't move, which is good. This is your rear brake lever. You have hazard lights right here. This is your bright and dims. You have turn signals, an electric horn, and this is your control panel. I added this mirror. It doesn't come with that. To turn the bike on, first you have to turn on the power button on the battery. There are a couple of safety features with this bike. It comes with a key. So first you have to turn the battery on. Then you have to take this key and you have to turn it. Then you come over to this side, hold your power button down until the display lights up. Your display is full color. As you can see, our battery indicator right here, it also shows our percentage, shows us also how many volts that we have. To me, this is the ideal situation right here. It doesn't get any better than that when it comes to information. Here you have your speed limit. It tells you how many watts your motor's putting out. Indicator will come up as you're going faster. It's just this bar that comes up right here. You have your odometer, your trip meter, and then your average miles per hour. There is a USB port right here, but it doesn't charge up anything. To go up in pedal assist levels, you just hit your plus button. As you can see down here, it also changes colors whenever you do that. When you hit 4, it goes into red, and so does number 5. To go down in pedal assist level, you're just going to use your minus button to take it down to 0. To turn your headlight on, you're just going to hold your plus button, your headlight comes on and your screen dims. You have a little headlight indicator right there to turn it off. You're just gonna hold that button again. As I mentioned, to activate the cruise while you're riding, you just hold a speed and then hold down your minus button until you have your little indicator pop on saying that your cruise control is on. Let's turn our headlight back on. And so that whenever that is on, this is your dim light, that is your bright, and this has them both going. This bike has hazard lights. So whenever you push them, you can actually see it right here. It's showing you that your hazard lights are on, which I think is pretty cool. You just hit that tab down and it goes away. Here's your left turn signal, your right turn signal. And not only is it in the front, it's in the back, and you have a horn. On your right-hand side is your full twist throttle. You have your front brake lever right here. This is your shifter. To go down in gear, you just use your thumb, and it takes it down into gear because you push that lever, and then to put it back up in gear, you just push the button. Whenever you turn the bike on, you have this awesome daytime running light. If the button is in the middle, neither light is working. I thought both of them were on, but nope, neither light works. Let's look at our turn signals right here. These are nice. I like how these are very bright and they show up really well. You have your rear tail light right here. It is lit up because the headlight's on. And then this is what it looks like whenever you hit the brakes. Your turn signals, you got your left, you have your right. That's what they look like as well. And then whenever you turn the headlight off, well, this is your turn signals and this is your brake light. Let's pop into advanced settings real quick. To do that, you're just going to hold your plus and minus button. It takes you into here. You have two settings. You have general, and then you have speed and password. We're going to hop into general first. You just hit your power button. LCD black light unit, that goes between miles and kilometers. Auto off. How long do you want the bike to stay on without you touching it before it shuts off? Your wheel size. Our speed is correct, so we don't need to mess with that. The steel number, I don't mess with that either. Okay, boost gear. This is where you can choose between 3, 5, or 9 different levels of pedal assist. We have ours at 5. 0 start. That means, do I want the throttle to work without the bike moving? Absolutely. Boost drive means pedal assist. I want it to work with the shifter. I want it to work with assistance. I want it to do both. ABS strength. Ooh, this is our brake strength. Oh, this is ABS. Oh, what? Yeah. What happened? I went to turn it on. When you hit that, it reboots the bike. Start strength. Right now we have it at 1. I think that's been just fine, but you can make it softer or harder on the takeoff strength. Boost magnetic type. Trip reset. Odometer reset. Error codes. Light sensitivity. That works for your automatic headlights on how they kick on and off. Bluetooth level. Voltage level. Cruise set. Yep, we have the cruise control. You can turn it on or off. Language, English. Bluetooth, you can set that up to where it operates with your phone. Display info, reset factory, exit. And then if you want to change the speed, you hop into here. You have to put in your password, which is 0, 0, 0, 0. And then there you can change your speed limit. Right now, I have it to 63 miles an hour. And then you can put a password on this bike so that if somebody wanted to start it up, they'd have to have the password. So there are a lot of safety precautions on this bike to make it work. We're just going to exit out of them. That was down and dirty. I want to get back on the road, so let's go. We just made it to Griffith. Another beautiful area. Love these fences on both sides and all of this tree cover. Ooh, jump! Oh, oh, this road is rough. Ooh, that scared me. Somebody bumps my display is moving around. I should have tightened that up before we took off. I mean, this is just one of these areas that you really can't explain. You just ride through it. You just look around. It's all, I mean, I love this area right here. This is probably my favorite part of this trip. We are entering the Indiana Dunes. Let's go. Oak Savannah Trail. See, look at this. All of this goes on for miles. It's so wonderful. When you have trails like this, like, it just makes you want to do trips like this a lot more. It is getting pretty cold though. I'm glad I have extra jackets with me. I might have to put that hoodie back on. I can tell it is definitely pumpkin spice season. I should be wearing Ugg boots. I have over 50 miles on this trip so far, and I have to tell you, this bike ride's very smooth. Those direct drives are relatively quiet. My Segway Cyber has a direct drive. It's the quietest direct drive I have. This one makes a little bit of noise, but I've spent all this time riding into the wind, so I'm catching a lot of that. So if the motor's, I mean, it seems pretty decently quiet, but it is smooth, man. These direct drives are just nice. And here we are in another beautiful, well-manicured bike trail. How could you not enjoy a trip like this? I gotta put on a coat. It is cold. Yeah, this would be a good place to stop. Grab something to eat, put on a coat, and you know what? I'm gonna show you size and fit. Let's talk about size and fit. Now, when it comes to this bike, it's only 72.5 inches in length, but we did add this rear rack here on the back, which just extends everything out. And then if you want to look at how tall it is from the seat from the ground to the seat, well, that is 33 inches. Goat says that you need to have at least a 27-inch inseam to be able to fit on this bike. I had a couple of questions from him, like how much does this bike actually weigh with the battery in it? And basically we're looking at 170 pounds. I also asked them about the UL rating, and they said for a 60-volt battery, there's no UL ratings out there yet, but we do know that it is IPX4 rated, which means it can handle rain splashing from any direction. So if we get caught out in the rain today, we should be totally fine. Now, since I am 225 pounds, 32-inch inseam, this is how I look like riding this bike today. And with these handlebars here, you could move them forward, right? Or you could move them back. And then you could also like move up on the seat if you needed to, like if you have a passenger here on the back. But for me, I totally put this here so that it would be a backrest for me, and also to provide me with, you know, different jackets if I need them. So yeah, this is how I've been riding this bike, and it's been feeling pretty comfortable. Everything has been going pretty smooth, besides obviously losing an $800 drone in the lake. Let's get back on the road. Now that we've taken off, I'm taking a look, and we have 56% battery power. We've gone 54 miles. I don't think I'm going to have any issue making it to the cabin at all. I might just shoot right past the cabin and head straight to New Buffalo to see if I could make it there. That would be the farthest that I have gone with any bike. But I have to tell you, it's been so easy riding all of this. I mean, it really has. Although we haven't tested out like the pedal assist levels and stuff like that, but I can tell you that it has a 7-speed transmission. You have the 7-speed standard thumb shifter on it. You have a 48-tooth chain ring and a 170-millimeter crank. So it has like a normal 7-speed bike setup. Nobody's using it. You know, it's like, I'm not using it. I highly doubt that anybody who has this bike's using it. Another beautiful area to just cruise through. Whew, chipmunk. Whoa. That was close. Ooh, this bike's already dropped down to 48%. Oh, okay. That's making me wonder. You were just out here getting it done again, aren't you? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm on a different bike this time, but still heading out to New Buffalo. But you're good for you. Every time I was wondering if I was going to see you today. Do you ride every day?
I try to.
Yeah, well, that's good. Good for you. Well, I am so happy to see you again. Right? Yeah, you too. Thank you very much. I did another review, and I saw her riding the last time I think it was the last time I came out here. I saw her riding, and that was so fun to see her and to see that she's still out here getting it done. It's pretty awesome. I encourage anybody to get out there and ride a bike. And I know, look, all I'm doing is throttling this one around. I get it. This thing, somebody's going to be like, it's a motorcycle. I get it. It's a moped. Yep. You should be pedaling. Okay. But on all these other bikes, the bikes that I normally ride, I pedal all the time. I like to pedal. But the test is to see if this bike is going to make it throttle only. If not, I would be pedaling this bike. But I mean, it has so much battery that we're just going to see. So I like it. I like to see people going out on their bikes exploring, getting exercise, being active. It just brings a lot of joy to my heart. And I hope the same for you. Like, I hope you have a bike, and I hope you go out and ride, and I hope you pedal and you get exercise, you know, because that's what it's all about. What you might not realize is that I'm 80% service disabled. And what that means is I have a bad back, I have a bad knee from my military service, and I didn't ride a bike for 40 years. But when I bought my first e-bike, that got me out and around, and I started riding all the time, and now I ride 99% of the time, and it really changed my life. So if it wasn't for e-bikes, I mean, I would still be happy, I'd still be healthy, but I would not have had as many of the adventures that I've had with you guys. I mean, it's really awesome. So I hope for you that you get out on your bike and have some fun. I feel like you could literally take this cross country if you had areas to, you know, like you plan it out like the Teslas do, where you're like, okay, I'm going to charge up here, I'm going to charge up there. Because of this size battery and the power that it has, you could easily do that bike camping with it, right? You wouldn't want to hit some very hard off-road trails. This bike's heavy. They have a couple of different versions of what I have right here when it comes to the Power Goat. You can get it all black like I have with pedals, or you can get it where it doesn't have pedals and it just uses pegs. You can also get it with pedals and with gold stanchions on the forks. So you'd have a little bit of a gold accent. I wanted to just be blacked out, you know, just black it out. And then I definitely wanted pedals so that I could take it down these bike paths. Oh gosh. How did I drop this and not mess up the lid? Guys, I'm getting a little concerned. We're down to 38% and we have 20 miles to go. It feels like now that it's getting down to those lower percentages that it's dropping a lot quicker. Standard, right? But you just never know how a battery is going to react until you take it out for a long trip. And I know that if it's going to fail out on me, it's going to be on that Calumet Trail, and there's nothing there. There's nothing around there. I'll be just stuck. So I'm not on a bike trail right now, and I should have this thing in a higher gear to go faster, but since I'm here with traffic, but there's no real traffic around me. Let me turn my turn signal on. Everybody sees it. Yep, I'm turning, you're turning. Everybody's, well, they're not turning, but you know what I mean. She could see that I was turning. All right, the speed limit on this road is faster, so I'm going to have to kick it up a gear. Oh, I don't want to do it, but I also don't want to be caught out on this road. There's not much of a shoulder, and I'm just trying to stay ahead of the car that's behind me. But we're only cruising 31 miles an hour, and normally we're doing like 38. Speed limit's 30, so we should be fine. But man, it is eating up a lot of battery. We've already dropped to 34%. Oh no! I have a mile left of this road. I'm kicking it down. This guy can just pass me if he needs to pass me. Not much of this trail are you on a public street like this. Most of it, as you guys have seen, are bike trails. So really we spend about 2 miles on like city streets or county streets or just any kind of streets. Maybe 3 miles during the entire trip. And here we are, back to safety. We are at the Calumet Trail. I don't even know if you guys can see that. It's so overgrown. Look at the road ahead of us. If it only lasted the entire route, that would be excellent. This is the reason I wore pants, because I knew that this area was going to be overgrown. I was going to smack my legs. I've been down here way too many times, getting my legs smacked, get bruised up, bleeding, scratched up. With these tires, you have to take it easy on this gravel, but it also shows you that the bike can handle a gravel road. Doesn't stop you from smacking your fingers though. It is raining. I did not expect that. I look around and the only rain cloud I see is right above me. It's more of a sprinkle, but we're still getting wet. Oh, thick rock is not so easy thick gravel like this, I mean, you'll make it through, but you're really going to have to pay attention. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Every review. There's water in here. Oh, gosh. I'm not worried about this bike not making it, though. I'm worried about dumping it in the water. Oh, gosh. Let's go. And there it is. Heading for the high side. Ah! Oh, man. Not sure where the best move for this is. We're just going to power through it. All these frogs. Yep. Well, we're just going to go right through this one. There we go. Holy cow, this section's rough. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, that almost got me. Let's cruise around. Oh, that's going to be gross. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yowza. I am hoping that I've made it through the worst of it. Not that this bike can't handle it. It's just going to get so dirty. You guys can see how tall all of these. Oh, no, we're not done. We are not done. Well, we're just going through it. Always range up here. Power through. There we go. Yikes. And it's got some big ones up here. Can I go through the middle? Is it too deep? All right, we're good. But all of this purple, I don't know what the name of these flowers are, but man, they were pretty. We have made it to Beverly Shores. We're back on the rough road again, but I think we're past the area that has all of the deep water. Back there is pretty rough. I think we're good now, though. You know, making these trips are fun. Yeah, I just never know what's going to happen. Yep, gloves would have came in handy. That is smacking my fingers. The other side's not any better. With my hand. There we go. Apparently, we are 5 miles in on the Calumet Trail there. But coming up, it's going to get nice again. Ow. Gloves. Definitely gloves. Okay. Okay. I guess I need the cruise control on here so I can just have my hands up while I go through this area. It wouldn't hurt for somebody to bring a bush hog right through here. I wonder when they plan... Oh, gosh. Oh, yo! I wonder when they plan on redoing this part and paving this out, because it couldn't happen soon enough. We've got a little bit farther to go on this. Oh, my hands are going to itch. I don't know what's been smacking them, but they already itch. This right hand took a beating. I have a buddy who lives down this road. He don't know that, though, because he didn't watch my videos. Oh, more gravel. So my hands are not done getting beat up yet. If you're wondering if your power goat will have any issues making it on some fire trails or some off-road action, clearly it won't. Now, if you were riding these kind of roads all the time, I would 100% change out the tires. But for as little as we do it, and for more on how I ride in the streets, well, these tires are excellent. Not for this, though. They're working, but that gravel area back there and stuff, you would want some more off-road tires for sure. Ooh, it's smacking the crap out of my legs. Ooh, that's a big one. I'm glad I'm wearing this hoodie. It's smacking up my arms, too. I hope we get onto... Oh, finally. Finally. Yes. We are in some dangerous territory right now. We have 27% battery, and we still got a good 10, 15 miles to go. Here is where we look at our headlight in the daytime. Now you can see the daytime running light is going. Let me go ahead and turn on the headlight. Boom, that is your dim. That is your bright. That's how those look. Here's your turn signals right here. And you guys can see how those look in the sun. I would show you the ones on the rear, but I can't reach them. They are kind of covered up from the panniers, so you're not really going to see them. You'd be able to see them from a distance, but because of the panniers and stuff and how they're kind of like inset because of that rack, that you probably, unless you're farther back, you're not going to see it. We're doing 16 miles an hour, which is not slow, but it feels like we're creeping. It feels like we're just creeping along. It is official. I have made it here to Michigan City, and you can tell by the by that electrical tower. It's not a nuclear facility. It's electrical. You see water coming from the sides, and that produces the electricity. But it does look like it would be a nuclear facility for sure, but it's not. And that's how I always know that I've made it into Michigan City. We've hit 19%. It's dropped the bar. The battery bar turned red. Ooh, and that's the end of that trail. And I am still 5 miles from the cabin. One thing about this backrest is it doesn't have a pad that goes on it, because I feel like it really should. If it did, I wouldn't have had to set up the pannier setup that I have right here. But it's nice. It's a nice thing to have. Another bridge with those grates that I hate to ride over. Ooh. They have grooves in them that makes your tires want to move into them. Yeesh. Currently, we're in pedal assist number 3. I have the throttle all the way back, and we're doing 24.7 miles an hour. The speed limit here is 25, so I'll take it. But we are getting dangerously low, down to 18%. Ugh. I don't know when this thing's going to tap out, but I need it to go a few more miles. Well, we just entered Michigan. We have made it the 3 states, but I still have 17% battery power. So instead of going to my cabin, I really want to see if I can make it all the way to New Buffalo. The cabin is only a mile away from here, so I know we'll make it to there. But New Buffalo is 5 miles from here. And at 16% battery, can we make it? The farthest I've gone on a bike on these long distance trips was like 89 miles, and that was on the Ahura Ultra. And I'm just wanting to see if we can beat that distance. It was like 89 miles, almost 90. Could I put this thing into pedal assist number 2 and then just cruise there at like 14 miles an hour and probably make it? Yeah, I think I probably could. But we've been doing this whole ride in pedal assist number 3. So that is what I'm looking to do this in. This is one smooth ride though, guys. I'm telling you, this thing is just moving right along. I wasn't sure how the seat was going to be during this, but it's totally fine. This seat is firm. It's very firm, actually, and I thought it might be too hard for this trip, but pleasantly surprised that it is not. So far, this is the farthest I've made it. This is the farthest I've made it. Now, what impresses me is I've been heading into the wind the entire time. All 87 miles so far has been into the wind. And we just entered New Buffalo. This is the farthest I've gone on any bike. All right, guys, look, we are downtown New Buffalo. I could easily take us to the marina, but instead, we're going to keep heading down the road. This thing is not done with battery, although I do not believe that they have extended out the bike path this way. They haven't done it yet. So this might get a little sketch. I mean, this is the farthest I've gone on any bike. I've never made it to the actual New Buffalo, and now we're heading past it. We're leaving New Buffalo behind us. So we are on Highway 12. They do allow bikes here. I've just never made it out this far. Oh, we have a big hill. That's probably going to kill this bike right here. I just ripped my pedal off. My pedal just came off. What? Let's go back and get my pedal. I started cranking to make it up this hill, and it snapped right off. All right, let's see if we can fix that. We're not done yet. Still got 7%. I actually brought tools for a change. I brought an adjustable wrench because I wasn't sure if I would ever need one, and I do. I'm very proud of myself right now. If you've seen any of my reviews, you should be proud of me too. I hope we can get this back on. And our pedal is back on. All right. And let's see if I can pedal like it never even happened. I've driven down this road, so I know that the bike path picks up somewhere down here. And I don't like losing the shoulder. Looks like the trail picks up here. Yes. Back to safety. Where is here, though? Look, we're down to 6%. And here, so I'm going to give you the spiel that I normally give towards the end. Let's go ahead and talk about final thoughts. This bike has gone the farthest of any bike that I have reviewed. It rides smooth. It's pretty comfortable. I mean, it's doing great. If you guys are interested in this bike, man, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below. I don't think there's a discount code for it, but if there is, I'll throw one down there as well. But yeah, we're going to see how far this bad boy goes. But my overall thoughts on this bike is it brakes well, it handles well, it goes for a long time. Now, I did buy the additional battery for $1,900, which is a ton of money, but we did it, and it was worth it. We are now down to 5% battery power, and it is flashing. Let's go. Looks like there's a hill up here this bike's not going to survive. We are either heading to Union Pier or we are in Union Pier. I am not sure. Uh-oh, we're getting an error. It's starting to give me the error because the battery is totally dead. Well, not totally dead. We're at 4%. We're still in pedal assist number 3. You know what? It's trying to make it up this hill. I'll help it out. Come on. I'll help you out there. 4%, and we're still going. Top speed on this bike was 46 miles an hour, which I thought was pretty fast. Super fast. Faster than I want to go. Come on, you can do it. We're down to 3% battery. We're cruising at 16 miles an hour. The display is not happy. It is doing all kinds of stuff. It's like, stop it. Stop already. But we're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're going. We're still going. We are down to 50.5 volts, and we still have battery power. We're still cruising at like 18, 19 miles an hour. So this bike doesn't pulse or anything like that. It's just going to give you all it can until it can't go anymore. Now, if you are wondering how I am getting home, because I mean, I'm going to get stranded on the side of this road, no doubt. I have my buddy Dan. He has my car. He is my recovery vehicle. He is on his way up here. He is tracking my location, and he is going to come and save me whenever this bike runs out. I have the Cravat rack, which can hold either 2 bikes up to 150 pounds or 1 bike up to 200 pounds. And so we're just putting this 1 bike on here. I'm going to leave the battery on it since it's about 170 pounds, and we're still good to go. So it should make it back to Chicago, no problem. 2%, 93.2 miles. Will we make it to 94? Normally I am worn out, but I haven't pedaled barely any at all. And I am just so pumped that this bike has made it this far. 2%, and we're still doing 15 miles an hour. I'm wondering at what point does it cut out? We're at 50.0 volts, and we are still moving. Everything on this display is lit up. It is not happy at all, but this bike will just not give up. We made it to Union Pier. That is crazy. All right, now we're inchworming. We're doing 11 miles an hour. And once it hits 50.0 volts, it doesn't track anymore. It hasn't dropped any lower than that. It still shows that we have 2%, but we're just going slower. 94 miles. Outstanding. And with that, guys, we are calling it. 94 miles is so impressive. Holy cow. I want to thank you guys for watching, man. These long reviews, man, they're just something. We did it. We all did it together, right? We lost a drone in the process, lost a pedal, but I was able to put it back on. And well, oh, my 360 flipped over and somehow did not get damaged, so I lucked out there. And we've gone the farthest we've gone, 94 miles on the Power Goat with the full-size $1,900 frame battery. It's been a good day. I want to thank you guys for watching. Until I see you again, enjoy the ride.